conference call there too, so if you hear something, don't be. Good afternoon. I'm Governor Scott Walker, and we've got Superintendent of Schools, Superintendent Tony Evers here with us as well. We're both going to talk for a couple minutes. Then we'll take questions on this topic, and at the tail end, if there's time, we'll take a couple other questions on any other subject matter you might have. But obviously, we're both thrilled to be talking about having a new process in the state of Wisconsin, an accountable and fair process in terms of assessing where our school's at and assessing where the dollars are for schools for every public dollar that's spent. So whether it's at a traditional public school, a charter school, or students are part of the choice program, looking ahead to having a fair and accountable system for which everyone in the state can understand the assessment of is incredibly important for us. We're excited about the process that we're kicking off here. The superintendent has done a fabulous job of helping us reach out to a wide and very diverse group of different interests across the state. So we're going to have, again, a very inclusive process, one that's starting out very quickly at the end of the month with the La Follette Institute helping us out with the design team, where the superintendent will be the chair. I would serve as a co-chair, and then several members of the legislature helping us out, as well as, again, groups from School Boards Association, administrators, hopefully teachers and other educators, as well as other active interest from a variety of different educational backgrounds around the state. Certainly, our process is going to lead to the specifics, but something where I think we both jointly feel strongly about is a very comprehensive assessment, again, that's both accountable and fair. What we mean by that is ultimately something where communities, parents, educators, all interested parties can hold individuals and hold ultimately schools accountable, but also a process that's very fair and transparent. Is incredibly important. It means more than just one high-stakes test. It means more than just core competencies in particular areas, but also looking at, are your students at the core level they need to be at? Are the students advancing? Are there other core criteria that are involved in the making of a successful school and a successful program? For us, again, we feel very positive about this. This is something where, again, this is the sort of thing I think people are demanding. They want us to work together. They particularly want us to work together for a good education system in the state. That's good not only just in general, having both an active interest for our children. I know of my kids still having a junior and a senior in school in Wauwatosa East High School. I just have a personal interest as well as an interest in behalf of all the students and families in the state of Wisconsin. But I also know it's one of those where it has an economic impact as well, because if we've got kids who are coming out of school ready for the next step, whether it's technical school, whether it's a college or university, or it's going directly into the workforce. Long term in this state, if we're going to do well and see the creation of 250,000 or more jobs, we've got to have a skilled workforce, and this is one more step in helping us do that as well. With that, I'll turn it over to Superintendent Evers, and then, like I said, we'll take questions on this topic first, and then the other questions at the end. Superintendent?
Thanks, Governor. And thank you all for being here. The one thing we do know, because I've said it often and I've heard the governor say it often, is that we do have good public schools in Wisconsin. We do have successful students, and we're working hard to make that success across the state of Wisconsin. We've done important reform work. We've adopted the Common Core state standards. We're developing a new assessment system, a testing system that will be the envy of the country and the world. We're also I'm working together with the governor on the reading task force, and also data systems, and creating a world-class data systems where we have good data so that people can make intelligent decisions. The missing piece of the puzzle, though, is around an accountability system. Right now, we're working under an accountability system that was brought to us through the federal government and No Child Left Behind, and frankly, it's a system that is ineffective and inefficient. We have the opportunity here with this design team that we're putting together to create a world-class accountability system that uses multiple measures. As the governor said, it not only will take a look at test data from a benchmark point of view, but it also will use growth for students, which is a very important part of the puzzle that's missing. As the governor said, this accountability system will be used for all publicly funded schools, be it our public schools, our traditional public schools, public charter schools, and the choice schools. The part of it that frankly has a great appeal for me, and I will say I'm jazzed about it, is that it will help us target low-performing schools and target high-performing schools, whereas the present system doesn't have those shades of differentiation. And the reason that's important is, as a state, we have an obligation to take the practices in those high-performing schools and spread them across to the state and to other schools. At the opposite end, we have limited resources, and so we need to target those low-performing schools so we can provide the support to make them, to raise their performance. So this is a great opportunity for us. We have the right people that will be participating in this. I fully intend at some point during the process, once it becomes more soup, is to, we'll be looking to request a waiver from the Department of Education in Washington to allow this new and exciting accountability system to replace what is part of No Child Left Behind. So with that, I'll be glad to answer any questions with the governor. Thank you.